the statement. Can you tell us what these attachments are?
This is pertaining to the tender.
To a tender?
Yes.
Is that the first form, the document?
Yes, this is the first form.
Can you tell us the number of the form and what it is for?
This is form 001, record of opening tendering.
Okay.
Yes.
And it was for which tender?
I think this is about the construction of Bajakunda bridges, and that of Sambalolo and Sonkunda, and that of Sarabojo, Saramonso.
So the first is for Bajakunda bridge.
Sorry, Council. Did he say form 001 or form 1?
We see form 001, record of open tendering. Do you have that?
Can I be again guided, because here what I have is attached completed GPPA form 100, not 001. Can the register please show me? Oh, I have noted, yes.
Thank you, Madam
Because
Chairperson.
I see for the
Yes.
on A1.
Yes.
GPPA form 100. So
As the Commission places.
That is why I needed the clarification.
Yes, as the Commission places. So there are 4 forms, 001. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes, it's correct.
The first is in relation to Bajakunda Bridge.
Okay, yes.
Is that what you're saying?
I say it's Bajakunda bridges. It's pertaining to Bajakunda bridge.
Yes.
Sambalolo, Sonkunda.
Samba, one at a time, please.
Sambalolo bridge.
Yes.
Sonkunda bridge.
Sonkunda bridge.
Sarabojo, Saramanson, Fida Road.
And after the 4 forms, you have a letter. Is that correct?
What?
A letter in the attachments. I want to have a list of what these attachments are before we apply to have them tendered. You have 4 forms, 001, and then you have a letter with the subject construction of concrete road, feeder road, and 3 bridges.
Yes, I've seen it.
What is that document about?
This is about the evaluation report.
Okay.
Yes.
Who prepared this document?
This document was prepared by the contract committee of Basse Area Council.
And then the other one, the other document, is that the last one?
No, that is not the last one. We also have the minute of the bid opening in Basse Area Council.
Minutes of the bidding opening in the Basse Area Council?
Yes.
In relation to this project?
This project, yes.
And then there's a last document, minutes of contracts committee meeting of Basse Area Council. Is that correct?
Minutes of the contract committee meeting.
Yes.
Of Basse Area Council, yes, pertaining to these bridges, construction of concrete road between Basse and Manekunda, construction of feeder road at Sarabojo, Saramanson, construction of bridges or culvert at Sambalolo, construction of bridge culvert at Sonkunda, and construction of bridge or culvert at Bajakunda.
Thank you very much. Can I have that document? And do you intend that your statement and the attachments therein be admitted into evidence?
So,
Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Commissioners, we apply to tender the statement of the witness dated the 15th of May 2023 together with attachments. The first attachment is a form. In fact, you have 4 forms 001 in relation to the Bajakunda project, this Samba Lolo, and then you have the Bajakunda, Samba Lolo, and then
Bajakunda, Sambalolo,
Sonkunda,
and Sarabojo Saramanson Feeder Road.
and the Saraboyo Saramanson feeder road. The other one is a letter with the subject construction of concrete road, feeder road, and 3 bridges. It's an evaluation report. That one is dated the 9th of June 2021. You also have minutes of the bidding opening in Basse Area Council. It has no date, but it's signed by Usman Toure, the Chief Executive Officer, Lyman Suso, Director of Finance, and Mohamed Jaune, Procurement Officer, and Yaya TBCC, the planner. The last document is the minutes of the Conduct Committee meeting of Basse Area Council, signed by Usman Toure, Lyman Suso, Mohamed Jaune, Chief Executive Officer, Director of Finance, and Procurement Officer, respectively. All into evidence as an exhibit.
The witness statement of Mohamed Jaune, dated the 15th of May 2023, together with Form 001, which are forms from the GPPAA, with reference to contracts. A, the construction of concrete road between Basse and Manekunda, the construction of feeder road at Sare Bojo, Sare Manson, the construction of a bridge culvert at Sambalolo, the construction of bridge and culvert at Sonkunda, the construction of bridge and culvert at Bajakunda, which and the evaluation report dated the 9th of June 2021 with the heading construction of concrete road, feeder road, and 3 bridges. Been an evaluation report signed. Sorry, it is not signed. It is from the Contracts Committee. An additional document of the minutes of the bidding opening in Basse Area Council. Which also is not, which is signed by Usman Toure, CEO, Lamin Suso, Director of Finance, Mohamed Jaune, Procurement Officer, Yaya TBCC, Planner. For the Danjo, the Chairman did not sign the minutes, and there is no date There is also Baba Jawara, Vice Chair, on the last page. All these documents are admitted in a bundle and marked as LGC/MJ/BSAC/001.
As the Commission places. Now, can you tell us when you were employed in Basse Area Council?
I was employed in Basse Area Council 2014 as a data entry clerk. Then 2017, I rose to the rank of revenue collector. So from 2017, then late 2018, around 8 October, I was redeployed to procurement unit.
Now, how many years have you worked at the procurement unit as far as you're concerned?
As far as procurement is concerned, from 2019 to date.
Have you ever worked with anyone?
No, I haven't worked with anyone.
So since 2019, you were the only one working at the procurement unit?
Yes, this lastly they redeployed someone there, but since then I was the only one in that unit.
When you say lastly, what do you mean?
This 2022, they redeployed someone to my unit.
2022?
Yes.
What is the name of the individual that was redeployed?
Musa Tembedu.
Musa Tembedu?
Yes.
As what?
As also procurement assistant.
Assistant. So you are his boss.
So.
Now, can you tell us, since 2018 all the way present, can you tell us the structure of the procurement unit at Basse Area Council?
The structure of procurement unit in Basse Area Council is not that much favorite.
It's not that much what?
It's not that much favorite because since then I was redeployed to that unit. I did not meet anybody there that has to train me how to do procurement. But I think based on maybe some of that unit some of the certificate I got, I think that enabled me to get that position.
Yes. So now, can you run us through your trainings or your educational background? Can you do that?
My educational background, I did banking and finance, advanced diploma.
Which institution?
MDI.
Which year was this?
This was 2017. I did my advance. That of diploma in ABE, that's Association of Business Executive.
When was this?
Association of Business Executive.
Yes, when was this?
I did this before I did banking and finance. That was, I did it up to diploma, certificate diploma. Yes. So later on, then I did also this certificate, the level 1 in procurement.
When did you do the certificate program in procurement?
This was 2020 to 2021.
And where did you do this program?
I did this at Gambia Public Procurement Institute.
The GPI?
GPPI.
So was this before your appointment as the procurement officer or after or during?
No, I was appointed as a procurement. Then later, I went there for studies.
You were appointed as a procurement officer?
Yes.
So when you say you are appointed as a procurement, I begin to wonder whether you were the very man doing the... Anyways, so as a procurement officer,
okay.
Now the structure we are talking about in Basse Area, because you said you are alone.
Yes.
So how do you conduct your procurement activities?
Yes, how do I conduct my procurement? Is that normally it's like when the request is made from the end users, so it will be sent to CEO then will mean it to me. So then when he mean it to me, that was the time I acted, because there you will tell me, procurement officer, review this and find the invoice and prepare the necessary documentation.
So you report directly to the CEO?
CEO, yes.
So as a procurement officer, do you sit in any committee?
Yes, I sit in a committee called Contract Committee of Basse Area Council.
Since when?
This was since the starting of these projects.
Now, is how many people in Basse Area Council sit in this committee? Let's say for the year 2020.
For the year 2020. In the Act of GPPA,
yes,
what is stipulated there, that is the composition of the contract committee.
Yes.
That's how we also, go about.
What is stated there in the Act?
The composition of the contract committee, what is stated in the Act.
Yes. I'm now asking you, what is stated in the Act? Yes.
The CEO as the chairman.
Yes.
Director of Finance as the budget, and the procurement officer as the secretary to the contract committee.
Yes.
And any other person familiar to the substance of the procurement in question.
So how many of you?
So we have Yaya TBCC as the planner and engineer. Yes, and also we have one councillor called Senu Kanute.
In 2020?
I think
in 2020, so. What was the composition of the contracts committee?
4 people.
4 people.
Yes.
So you are familiar with the compliance review that the GPPA will conduct almost every year?
From 2020 to date, yes, I am.
So in 2020, for the review, for the year ended 31st December 2021, they've already mentioned 3 people that constitute the contracts committee. And that will be on page 14, in case you have it. They have identified or mentioned that Usman Toure, the CEO, Mr. Lamin Suso, the Director of Finance, and your very self, Mohamed Jaune, the Procurement Officer. Only the 3 of you constitute the contracts committee.
Yes, so this is what I'm saying. That is what is in the Act. But if, let's say, you go also through the Act, it's saying that you can ad hoc any member that is that have an expert knowledge in the procurement that you want to embark on. So this is why Yaya TBCC also is part of it.
In 2020, what we see is only 3 people comprised of the contracts committee. They don't add any other name. I'm not disputing what you are saying regarding what the commission should be. I'm saying what obtains on the ground for the year 2020.
Okay.
Is that a fair identification of the members of the contracts committee for the year 2020?
No, if that is the case, then it is not.
Why is that?
Yes, because like as I say, what the composition is saying, like you can ad hoc any other member.
Forget that.
Yes.
In 2020, what obtains on the ground as members of the contracts committee? Do you understand? I know what the Act says. I'm now asking you what obtains on the ground in Basse Area Council. You said you have contracts committee. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you sit in this contracts committee.
Yes.
Now I am asking you for the year 2020, how many people are members of the contracts committee for 2020?
Then these are the people like you have seen on the document, that those are the people.
And yes, tell me, who are these people?
Myself.
Yes.
CEO.
Yes.
And that of the director.
That of finance. Just the 3 of you.
Yes, then.
For 2020.
Yes.
Now, so basically, for the year 2020, how do you have records of the transactions of the procurement proceedings and transactions that had happened for that year?
2020.
Yes.
Yes, we have some of the transactions that had happened.
Some?
Yes.
Not all?
I mean, transaction had happened in 2020.
No, for all the procurements that happened in the year 2020.
Yes.
Do you have records of that?
Whether I have record of it?
Yes.
So any transaction, for me, at my level, at that time, any of my transactions that I did, I do normally give it to the finance
What
department.
do you mean when you say you normally gave it to finance? What do you mean by that? Are you not the procurement officer?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Finance is responsible for the payment. So any transaction I did at that time, during that time, so I do normally give it to the finance.
Records of procurement is what I'm asking for.
No, records, I don't think.
Why wouldn't you not have records of procurement?
That was during that time, 2020. It's like, the knowledge that I have in procurement was not up to that. So as far as that is concerned, so I find it difficult to maintain those records.
So you did not have the knowledge, the required knowledge in 2020? So therefore, there was the unit was not functional. Is that what you're saying?
It was functional, but not to that expectation.
So you don't have the knowledge to know that you must have the records. Is that what you're saying?
At that point in time, what I know is that if any procurement transaction that comes to my desk, if I prepare it, then I give it to finance. You understand? So if let's say it is endorsed by the CEO and that of the director of finance, then that was the time I give that document to them.
Now, how do you know which particular procurement method should be most applicable or more appropriate in a given circumstance if you don't have the knowledge at the time? How do you approve certain transactions? How do you advise as to how to go about a certain type of procurement or method of procurement?
Yes, that one also was another issue, but I do normally seek an advice also from GPPA.
From GPA?
Yes. So what they told me is that the threshold that are involved there also is like, that is there. For example, if the threshold is amount to from $1 to $20,000, it's a single source. From 20,000 to 500,000, that is a request for quotation. Yes. So
were you following that in 2020?
Whether I am following that
yes.
in 2020?
Yes. Was that been adhered to?
Not all.
Not all.
Yes,
all. Why is that?
Yes, maybe due to many factors.
Tell us these factors. Why were you not able to perform your functions very well? You said there are other factors that may perhaps contribute. What are these factors?
Yes, these factors, I could remember, I think this year, that year, 2020, we dug 7 boreholes. And,
yes.
And that borehole was amounted to, I think, $3.something million.
Yes.
So that is above the threshold of single source.
7 boreholes were dug.
Yeah,
they were drilled in 2020.
Yes.
In various areas in Basse Area Council?
In Basse, yes.
So they were all single sourced?
They were all single sourced.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And then it was way above the threshold?
Yes.
And did you approve of that?
Whether I approve of that?
Yes. What did you follow procurement rules and regulations?
No, we did not.
And why is that?
Yes, what happened was during that time, I think it was directive.
Directive from?
Directive from my boss, that of the chairman.
Who is your boss?
That is the CEO.
So Usman Ture gave you a directive?
Yeah, what happened was that because at that this procurement in question, for me, in fact, I don't know much about it.
By the way, if the commissioners have the compliance review, it's on page 30. You will find that on the chapter 3, the specific findings of GPPA compliance review. So yes, please proceed.
I mean, this year 2020. This man, there is one man called Jarika Kamara.
Yes.
I don't know him. So there was one day I was in the office. So I was called by the CEO to the chairman office, including Yaya TBCC, and that of the former director, that is Babukar Kande.
Yes.
So they say, we have to embark on this project because it is part and parcel, or it is in the strategic plan of Basse Area Council, that is to provide water for the communities. So then they say that we have to embark on this thing. So questions arise there, but then it's like whether there is fund for it or not. Okay, but I think this man was known by the then chairman for the Danjo, who asked CEO that this man is from this region, so this man can able to do this work for us with on credit base. So at the end of the day, if we have money, so we can able to repay the money. So it is just in form of like refinancing method, because what they say is that they don't have money at that material point in time.
So the former chairman for the Danjo is probably a friend to this. Is it Jariga Kamara?
So.
Jariga Kamara.
Yes.
And then he had instructed CEO, who in turn called you. And when you were in the meeting, you found who was present in
including the Yaya TBCC.
Yaya TBCC.
And Babukar Kande.
And Babukar Kande, the former finance director.
Director, yes.
And then you were instructed to just really comply with respect to the fact that he has to be given the contract.
Yes, because what happened is that he is the only person or the contractor that can able to give us that priority.
But how do you know that?
That's what they say, because I think that's a directive. Because what they say at that point, material point in time, is that if they agree here, it's like this man will be ready next, the following day. After that, then the man will able to start this thing. So he have all the required material in place. So this is how I see myself in it. But based on the advice also, that I also say, okay, that can be prudent for the contract committee. Then I seek for an advice, because amounted to 3 million, that should be tendering. But what they say is that we don't have money for that, because if we want to follow that process, so we cannot able to embark on this thing. And as far as this thing is in the strategic document of the strategic plan of Basse Area Council, we have to embark on it. So this is how I see it.
So what documents did Jariga Kamara present to you?
This is what I'm saying, because I say it's directive from my boss, my former boss, and that of the chairman.
So there was no evaluation done, nothing done?
There was nothing done, because at my level also I don't commit myself to do anything, because as far as I knew, and then I made this thing advice, so that was not listening, so then I also stopped there. Because
was there a contract with Jariga Kamara?
Huh?
Was there a contract with the contractor?
Was there
an agreement from?
Yes,
a written contract.
I think that one was developed by IRTBC, the planner and the engineer.
Do you have a copy of that?
I think that must have to be with you.
With
the commission here.
How do you know that?
Yaya asked me. Yaya told me that I submit that one to you.
Do you have a copy?
Whether I have that copy?
Yes.
With me here?
Yes.
Anyway, unless I find out.
How about in the office?
Yeah, could be there.
You said you find out. Do you have it here? If you,
no,
if you
I don't think I have it here with me.
So you don't have. Well, we will request for a copy of that.
Okay.
Yes. So not only did you single source the drill of the boreholes, 7 boreholes. The amount is $3,421,740. Do you follow? But then this, in the year 2020, was there any procurement plan for Basse Area Council?
2020. No, this year there was no plan for. There is no procurement plan for Basse Area Council.
There is no procurement plan for Basse Area Council in 2020.
There was no procurement plan.
Why was that?
Yes, as I told you, like at that point in time, I don't have full knowledge in procurement as how it should be conducted.
Now, so you were not making the decisions regarding procurement in 2020?
No, I did not.
Now, basically, do you know at the time?
Sorry. You have said, you have told the commission that you did not know much about the procurement rules. And let me just quickly refer you to your statement. You said you had the level 1 certificate in procurement in 2021.
Yes.
So in 2020, you are telling the commission that you have no idea about procurement rules.
Yes.
So you just are given instructions and you are told to fill forms.
Yes.
Okay. Counsel, before you proceed on the review, let me just quickly find out from the witness. You have attached in your statement the form 001, and from what you told us, we can see that these GPPA forms, none of them are filled and none of them provide the information that was necessary. Did you notice that?
Yeah, the copy that I gave it to the investigator during the time they came there, I gave them this, you understand, and I was told to photocopy it.
Yes.
So I gave it to them. So, but I'm not seeing that attachment. So,
can we have what you have? Because what is attached to your statement, with respect to the GPPA form, the 4 forms that are attached here, they don't have any information as to the activities of these projects that you made reference to, and for which these forms were filled. Can we have those forms?
Okay, is she here with me?
Deputy Registrar, can you take those forms? Give it to the, and let him cross check whether these are the originals too. Counsel, can you please check whether these are the forms that are attached to the exhibit? Let me hand over the exhibit to you. Copies of the forms.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. All right. So can you give the exhibit document to the witness? Give him this. Give him this to check. Yes. Now check this document where you have your statement. The documents attached to your statement. The first form, the first GPPA form was not signed.
No, it is signed. If you go to column contracts committee decision, check as appropriate. So you will see the signature of the then CEO of Basse Area Council.
Can you please show the register to show me?
It's here. Yeah, there is a signature, and also. And also here. Yes.
Now, what I mean is that you as a procurement officer, is there any portion that you are supposed to sign on this form?
No, the form 100, there is no portion there that I should sign.
So who is supposed to sign? Is it the head of the procuring organization?
Exactly.
That is the CEO?
Exactly.
Now, let's go back to the first form that is attached to your statement. If you could see, only in A3 that the column is filled. A2, which is talking about whether A2 gives you the option to fill yes or no. And there is no indication as to whether you agree or you don't agree on what is being said in column A2. Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen it.
Take this. Show him this one, and this one, and all of this.
Which columns?
Now let's start from the top. Let's start from the top, Mr. Jaune.
Okay.
A1, it says that the estimated value of the procurement. You did not indicate the estimated value. Is that correct?
Yes, I did not.
You did not?
Yes.
And you were supposed to have indicated the estimated value?
Yes.
A2, you were supposed to have marked either yes or no. Did you mark?
No, here I did not mark.
A3, you marked yes. Is that correct?
A3?
Yes. You ticked
that's
yes.
Pre-qualification.
Yes.
Will the procurement be subject to a pre-qualification procedure? Check as appropriate.
Can you please speak through the microphone?
I say pre-qualification. Will the procurement
Did
be...
you tick yes or no?
Yes, I have seen that here. Yes is tick.
Yes. So A4, you did not tick anyone.
Yes.
And when you go to any other decision, nothing is written, right?
Okay.
The signature, the chairperson on behalf of the contracts committee, whose signature is this?
This is Usman Toure.
That is the CEO.
The CEO, yes.
And you go to B1. You have not filled any of the information there too.
Yes.
And there is no submission deadline, there is no time.
Yes.
And this cuts across to the, is the same thing with the second form.
Okay.
For the second form, there is nothing.
Okay.
I cannot see any signature of even the chairperson of the contracts committee. If there is, can you kindly show me?
No, there is not.
Then the third form that you attached to your statement also did not have any information evidencing that you guys followed procedure in terms of the procurement of the four contracts, the bridges that you were building.
Okay.
So this one you did not also fill anything and nobody signed the form.
Yeah, this is the same form, 001.
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So these are the forms you attach for individual contract, how to call it, contract, because you have highlighted on the top right-hand corner of the bid reference, you've given them reference numbers. Is that not it?
Yes.
So each one is supposed to have one form filled.
Yes.
Within requisite detail, because the contract sums are not the same.
Yes.
Is that not it?
Yes.
So for the last form that you attach on your statement is signed by who?
The CEO.
All right. So apart from the signature, there is no other information you filled in?
Yeah, unless reference here. Yes, that's what.
Unless the reference.
Yes, that's what I've seen as well.
So now my question is, why did you have to attach these forms which were not completed by your office?
Yeah, that's a requirement. Like if you have to do open tendering, so this form must be there. That is 001. That is form 001.
So if form 001 is supposed to be there, the form 001 is asking you some particular information with respect to the tender that you are floating. Is that not right?
Yes, it should be there, but maybe that is an oversight.
It is an oversight on your side?
Yes.
Council, you may proceed now.
Now, you were saying that you did not follow all these rules and requirements because you had no knowledge about procurement. Is that correct?
Yes, at that time.
At that time. So basically, the procuring of in relation to the 7 boreholes drilling was as a result of your lack of experience.
Not only about my lack of experience, because I seek an advice as well, but then, as I say also, that is directive, that is from my bosses. So this is what they say, we have to do it like that because we don't have money.
Now,
so council will.
Were these forms filled or signed, or were the applications to GPA made before the procurement itself was done or after?
Which procurement are you talking about?
In relation to the 7 boreholes.
No, this is why I'm saying that 7 borehole that we dug, it doesn't follow the procurement process. So as far as it should be tender, but it did not tender, we did not tender it. So that was at our level there. As I say, it was the instruction of both the chairman and that of the CEO that they say we don't have money. So we have to do it like that way because that man, is known to then chairman. So he knew him very well that he can able to do all this, help for them. So, but I also try my level best to seek for an advice, but it was not listening. Was
there a contracts committee meeting?
This is what I'm saying, because that was the very particular day I was called in chairman office, and this man also came there that very day, and also everything, the deal was, I think everything was, made in that day. So they say it's like maybe 2-3 days later, then the man can able to start the preparation to make sure that, the location or the strategic places this material should go, or where they should dock this thing, then they go there. So, and it was also, TBCC as the planner and engineer was also assigned to go with this man to those various places to make sure where these 7 boreholes should be dug. So this is how, it was best to my knowledge.
So as far as you're concerned, no procedure was followed?
No procedure was followed.
How about the procurement of fuel at the amount of $200,000 from JAOL?
Whether that was
it was through single source, yes.
Yes, it was through single source, yes. This single source, like JAOL, we do normally take fuel from them on credit base. So that on credit base is not like one day you took that amount. So it goes to maybe a specific period of time, then we can able
Did
to
this pass through your office?
whether it passed through my
Yes.
office.
This particular procurement.
Yeah, I have seen it on the report. I have seen it on the report, but not all the procurement passed through my office, as far as also procurement unit in Basse Area Council is concerned.
Now, this particular jar oil procurement, the compliance review states that the procured item was not part of the procurement plan. You have already told us that there was no procurement plan
Yes.
in 2020.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
And of course, it's above the single source threshold.
Yes.
And there was no meeting of contracts committee at any given point in time to decide as to how you are going to go about with this particular procurement.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So who was making this decision?
This decision, like as I say, because as a area council, when the time I saw myself on that procurement unit, is that the challenges that number one I face there is that we don't have funds. We don't have funds.
You don't have funds.
We don't have funds. You understand that we don't have money. So as far as that also is concerned, so it was very difficult for Basse Area Council, much more as a procurement unit, to follow the due diligence. So that was.
But the issue is you guys were not even having meetings. The contracts committee was not even functional. That's the truth. Is that not the case?
Contract committee sit when actually it is when it's time for it, or when the need arises. You understand?
You have not been sitting.
Huh?
You have not been sitting.
No, for that of this tendering, that you have shown to me, so we have sit on that
Because
one.
it's only yourself, the CEO, and the finance director. They are the ones who decide as to how issues of procurement are being done.
No, I mean that of this.
I'm not saying generally. The three of you are the names that have been highlighted in the procurement for Basse Area Council for the year 2020. And I haven't come to 2021, 2022, but your reason of not having knowledge on procurement is not tenable, because in 2021, 2022, the same thing keep on occurring. The same problems keep on occurring. But then we will get there when we are discussing 2021 and 2022. But my point is, the contracts committee do not sit in Basse Area Council. It's not like you have a committee. It's not functional. Decisions are not being made in the most appropriate way. Is that not the case?
Yes, sir.
Good. So if you just tell us the truth, we will just easily discuss these issues and just move on. Now, these monthly reports, do you know about the monthly reports?
Yes, I know monthly reports.
What are monthly reports? What is the requirement for monthly reports?
The requirement for monthly report for that of GPPA is that we have a two form for it. That is 006 and 006, form 006.
Yes.
And form 200.
Do you submit these monthly reports in 2020?
2020, I did some, but as far as also like the procurement in Basse Area Council is concerned, I cannot do it on time, because they say that on or before the 15th of next month.
Yes.
Then this report should be prepared and sent to GPPA.
How many times do you recall that you have submitted these reports?
Yes, 2020, I did send to them, because.
How many times do you recall that you have sent?
No, I cannot exactly recall.
If we are to ask you, will you be able to provide us with the reports that you have sent to GPA?
GPPA, yes. When I go through my email, because normally I send it to them through this thing, soft copy.
Since it is email, we will request that you give it to the commission at least before the day ends.
Okay.
Or by tomorrow.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
Now, how about minutes? Minutes of contracts committee. How many minutes, records of minutes do you have in your office over procurement issues that you have attended?
Number one is pertaining to the construction of these bridges.
Do you have records of minutes of contracts committee meetings?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
How many?
It's only one.
Only one. How comes only one? With all the procurement that was done in 2020 Are you not the secretary to the committee?
All this is like the same project, because this all these things happen in the same the same time.
But that's not correct. That's not true. There were so many procurements done in that year.
No, what I mean about this procurement in question we're talking about here.
Which one is it?
That is the construction of Sambalolo.
I have not come to the construction yet.
Okay.
I am talking about the structure in Basse Area Council, whether you have records of minutes of meetings.
Yes,
that you have attended.
Yes, I'm saying pertaining to that, I have the record of the minute pertaining to that one.
Do you have records of minutes of meetings generally?
Because like what you are saying is that normally council, to have...
It's either you will have it or you don't have it.
Yes, we don't normally have it.
Exactly.
We don't normally have it.
As simple as that.
Yeah, we don't normally have it.
So the one you have is for the 5 projects, 4 you have mentioned.
Exactly.
Is that not correct?
Yes.
So this is the one regarding, you said the minutes of the quotas committee meeting of Basse Area Council. How many people were in attendance?
I don't have the document with me here.
It says Yaya TBCC, Mohamed Jaune, that's you, Lamin Tuzo, and Usman Toure.
Yes.
So was that a tender or?
Yes, this was...
Council and for the Danjo.
And for the Danjo.
Yes. Yes, for them was also part of it, because they are the one who initiate this project.
Yes, for the Danjo.
Yes.
Yes. So, what method of procurement was used for these particular projects?
For this particular project, as far as I know, and then as far as where I'm sitting here, is that we say the truth, nothing but the whole truth. I will say, I will elaborate on it. During the time of this particular procurement in question,
yes,
for me that was the time I was doing my level 1 in procurement in GPPI here.
Yes.
That was 2020 November. I've started. 2020 November I've started.
And then?
Up to 2021 April, you understand?
Yes.
So during my absence, so they came with this initiation that they have to embark on this project, you understand? So, and this project is like, at that time, it was CEO, Yaya TBCC, and the Director of Finance, and that of the Chairman. They are the people who are also authorized Yaya TBCC to develop the bidding document, because
yes,
then I was having my studies.
You said Usman Toure?
Usman Toure.
Yes.
This man, the Chairman for the Danjo.
For the Danjo.
Lamin, Finance Director.
Lamin Suso. They authorized Yaya TBCC, the planner.
The planner.
To do what?
To make sure to do the necessary documentation to develop this bidding document.
Where were you by this time?
I was here in GPPI studying my procurement.
And then, please proceed with your study.
So there, Yaya also normally seek an advice from me that how we should go about this procurement in question. What I told Yaya at that time is that I am on studies, but all what I knew is that when you are to do tendering, you have to follow the due process, and it should be open to the general public. And before it should be open to general public, as far as procuring organization is concerned, we have to develop our own BOQ pertaining to these procurements in question. So from there, then we make sure we develop the bidding document. So when we develop this bidding document, and this will be sent to GPPA to seek for an approval. So from there, when it is approved, then that will be the time then it will be advertised. When it is advertised, then the interested bidders can apply for it. So all these things will be stipulated there. That is the deadline for bid submission. So when that happens, so the bidders then will come and submit their bid, and it should be also open to public scrutiny. Was
that done?
So this is what I'm saying. I'm coming there. You understand? Okay. So that was my advice to Yaya. But basically, so I think they cannot able to wait me. You understand? So what they told me that, they have to embark on this thing before the rainy season because this is a priority for Basse Area Council to embark on. So immediately I came back, that was May, so I was told that these bidders, they have to, we have to do the, bid opening day on this specific day, you understand? So I told them that, yeah, do you follow all this due process? Well, and CEO told me that, they developed this bidding document and they have sent it to that of ministry and the other one to GPPA. But GPPA people, they say that they cannot see these documents, you understand, to seek for an approval. So, but then I told them that before we embark on this thing, I think we need to have a prior approval. So this prior approval, but it was not also listening because they said that, rainy season is coming, so we have to embark on this thing. So all what they told me is that, let me make sure I prepare the documentation, you understand? CEO himself told me as my boss that he will make sure that he speak to these people, GPPA, to make sure that whether we can able to have an approval, you understand? So this is how I see it, like in that way we embark on this project. So that's it.
Mr. Jaune, you said when did you come to start your course at GPPA?
November 2020.
November 2020. And when did you finish?
I finished at late 2021 April.
April.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at this document, when did you sign this document? Deputy Registrar, kindly give him. Tell us when you signed this document.
This was 15 May 2023.
The minutes of the contract committee for these bridges that you're talking about. That is what I mean.
Yeah, the minute of this contract committee, it was on the 10th of March 2023.
Yes.
2022. 2021, yeah. Yes. On the 10th March 2021.
So, and you said you went back in April.
Yes.
So how come you signed this document and you finished in April, went back to Basse in April?
Yeah, because what happened was that this is how they told me, that they spoke to GPPA about this thing and they have...
No, just tell us first.
Yes, so what they told me is that, to be honest with...
No, let me, you see, you swore to give correct and truthful evidence. Tell me, you said you started in 2020, November 2020, your course, and you finished in April.
Yes.
So at what point did you travel back to Basse to do this transaction on this procurement activity?
To be honest with you, this is what I told you, you understand. During that time, I was not there. So, but what they told me is that we have to backdate this thing, you understand?
They said you should backdate it?
Yes, I should backdate it.
So that is what you did?
Yes.
Yes, because the testimony and the evidence that we have before us, they differ.
Yes.
So, and we are grateful that you are telling us the truth.
Yes.
So they told you to backdate it and you decided to backdate it to the 10th of March 2021.
Yes.
And you prepared the minutes and they signed.
Yes.
So which means in actual fact, you did not sit to discuss what is contained in these minutes?
No.
Council, you may proceed.
So I was coming to that point. So the system audit highlighted that in fact, all these projects, the Bajakunda Bridge, the value of which, or the cost of which is $3,928,405. The Songkunda Bridge, $4,897,125. The Samba Lolo Bridge, $660,000 is, and you have the Alun Hare footbridge. I'm not sure whether, I think that they are on the same project. Is that not correct?
Which one?
The Alun Hare bridge, the Alun Hare.
No, Alun Hare is not part of this.
But in fact, all these projects, you had already awarded the contract to the contractors, and then the applications that were supposed to precede the awarding of these contracts to GPA was done afterwards. But you have already confirmed that that is the case, that the auditors were right.
Yes, for that of these bridges we're talking about, Sonkunda, where Sonkunda Sambalolo is, you understand? So that one was backdated. I was told to backdate that one.
Yes, I am saying...
This Alunharu project you're talking about, you understand? As far as I am concerned, I did not know about this thing.
We'll come to it one at a time. I'm just telling you, all the four you have mentioned, together with the Alunhare footbridge, it's all the same year.
Okay.
I'm just telling you that was the mode of operation. In fact, that you signed this document, but you were not present. Yeah. There was no meeting.
Yeah,
that was captured by the auditor.
Yes.
Were you availed the copy of the audit report? The system audit report?
Yes, system audit report.
And you know that they have captured the fact that all these projects, approval was sought after the contracts were awarded.
Yes, I saw it, and then also I have an interaction with the audit during the time they went there. So they asked me about that, you understand? And they have seen the approval letter that was attached to it, so they asked me about this thing, that, you know, we did this project before we got the approval from GPPA. I told them, to be honest, from my honest opinion, that's how we did it, you understand?
Yes.
Yes.
I am grateful that you have been honest. So, but then why will you sign and backdate when in fact there were no meetings as highlighted by the auditor, and which you already confirmed through your deliberation with the chairperson? Why will you do that?
Yes, as far as I am concerned, because this procurement that is in question we're talking about, you understand, I should not backdate this thing. But to be honest with the commission here, is that normally these are some of the directives that your bosses, they tell you to do, you understand? And
we will come to that. My issue is not only with respect to you backdating the creation or trying to authenticate the document, but then you, in the document itself, suggest that there was a meeting and the contents herein were discussed, knowing fully well there was no meeting that took place.
Yes.
Assuming there was in fact a meeting and you backdate, that may even be a lesser issue. But then there was no meeting about these projects, the contracts were awarded, and you append your signature on a document that suggests that there was a meeting that you were present in and these things were discussed. Why was that?
Yes, Council, to be honest with you, yes, I did this, but it should not be in that way. But what happened also, during the time of executing this project, to be honest with you, even my boss here, or even my boss, whenever he appears here, when you ask him, he will tell you the truth of that one, you understand? Because during the time they want to embark on this project, I told CEO during the time I reported, because that time they did not start the project. It's only the bid opening that I've attended. And I told him clearly, CEO, what this project you're talking about, that something, how many million to embark on? As far as I know, procurement is concerned in Basse Area Council. Even our routine exercise, is always you are saying there is no money for it. You understand? This is why we do normally go on this credit basis. So if we are to go on a huge project like this, I don't think that's meaningful. You understand? So I spoke to him anyhow, but they cannot also listen to me. You understand? Because they say to me, Jaune, council, we don't have money. So if we don't strategize things, so it is always a problem. So at the end of the day, so we cannot do anything in our tenure, you understand? And I always told him, CEO, but taking money, how are we going to even execute this project? He told me that we're going to borrow it from bank. I told him taking it from bank, that doesn't, worth anything, because at the end of the day, even I refer him to, during the time I was having studies in GPPI, there was a module called Identify Supplier, where you do normally treat this banking issue. You understand? I told him categorically clear, CEO, if you take loan from bank, it doesn't make anything meaningful thing. So let's not embark on this thing. I do always quote to him that success comes to those with a great economic scale, but not those with a great inventory to mankind. But he say, I understand all, but then
I missed that part. Can you come again?
I say I do always quote to him, CEO, success comes to those with a great economic scale, but not those with a great inventory to mankind.
That seems to be a very powerful quotation, huh?
Anyway, I do always tell him about this thing.
Yes,
but to be honest with you, because they are my boss, I have no power. I am powerless because this is how they told me to do it. You understand? Because even during the time of this project, I wasn't there, so I could not even interfere on this thing. But this was due to their directive that, when we don't have money.
Mr. Jaune, we have heard your beautiful quote. Is it because they know you don't have capacity? That is why they elevated you to be the head of procurement? Based on what evidence, the evidence you have given this commission?
The evidence here...
No, maybe you don't understand my question. Let me put it across again. My question is, the council knew that you don't have the qualification, you don't have the understanding of how to do procurement. So because they want to do things on their own, they decided to put you at the procurement unit, knowing fully well that you cannot execute the job you are given to do. Is that not what their intention was? And that is what they did exactly?
No, I cannot say it like that, because if we talk about the qualification, maybe procurement side, yes, I don't have a qualification, the requisite knowledge. Okay, but during the time of this particular procurement that we are talking about, I give my frank opinion to them, you understand? And this was during the time I was having...
Mr. Jaure, you know that your opinion
yes.
and following due process are two different things. Is that not correct?
Yes.
So therefore, would I still be correct to say that they know you have some shortcomings in understanding what you are supposed to do and what should be done? Because if not, you will not backdate these documents. Because from all the minutes that are attached here, they are all backdated minutes. They are all minutes that were prepared after the transactions were concluded. Is that not the case?
Yeah, that was the case.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions on the side of the commissioners? Yes.
Thank you very much. Mr. What's the name again?
Jaune.
Mr. Jaune, since you have been in the seat of procurement officer, how many years?
Yes, from 2019 to date.
To date, that's 4 years.
Yes.
Have you witnessed any project that has been awarded by Basse Area Council and completed? Have you witnessed any project?
Yes, this...
no, it's a yes or no. Have you witnessed any project that has been awarded by Basse Area Council to the contractors?
Yes.
You've witnessed them?
Yes.
How many?
Bajakunda.
Only?
Sambalolo and Sonkunda.
And Sonkunda.
And that of Sarabojo, Saramanson Feeder Road.
All these were projects initiated by the Basse Area Council?
Yes.
And completed?
And they were completed.
But I've seen in your minutes some of these, the contractors are still owed some monies.
But for that of this project I'm talking about, that is these four contracts, they are completed. I did not witness it. So it's at only one time, yes, no, I saw.
Please,
yes.
Just answer my question. I don't like running around. Has the area council given them a certificate of completion? Are you aware?
It's only one I'm aware.
That they have completed and the area council has given them a certificate of completion?
Yes.
And the other three you don't know?
No, I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question? Now, still on the issue regarding Basse Area Council. So basically, for 2020, there was no open tender, or there was no tender of any form?
No.
And how about 2021?
Yes, 2021, these are the project.
2021?
2021, yes.
Again, if you look at the system audit, to be fair with you, that they had mentioned on page 69 that there was a lot of interference in your job at the level of the CEO and at the Director of Finance.
Yes.
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 So what can you tell us? And this is STEM report. What can you tell us about the interference? I know you have started talking about the interference, but how serious is the interference from the CEO and the Director of Finance in relation to how you conduct your affairs?
Yes, to be honest, it is difficult. It was difficult because procurement is done by anyone in Basse Area Council, much more in finance department, you understand? So when the system audit was there, so they seek for my consent, and I also tell them the truth, what is affecting my unit, you understand? And they told me that whether I have ever complained about it, I told them that yes, seriously, I have been complaining about it. I do told the CEO about it, you understand? They told me that how often, I told them that always I told him about it, you understand? So they told me if whether there is any written document to support it or not. Yes, I told them that yes, I have one document that was written and it was sent to CEO to make sure that there are many interference in the procurement as far as Basse Area Council is concerned. They also asked me to submit that that letter, so I submit that letter to them. And during the time your investigators, they came there also. Yes, they also engaged me on that, and I also told them that about it, and then I gave them a copy of it as well.
Do you have a copy of the letter with you here?
Yeah, I think so.
Can I see the copy? Do you have an original of this letter?
I gave original to the CEO.
The CEO.
Yes.
Honorable Commissioners, I applied to tender a letter written by the witness to the Chief Executive Officer with the subject interference in the procurement process, dated the 21st of December 2021, into evidence as an exhibit.
Mr. Janet, we would request that you kindly bring the original for us. Kindly contact the CEO and get us the original copy.
Okay.
So please note that so that you will not forget. The letter dated the 21st of December 2021, addressed to the CEO, written by the procurement officer, and the heading, Interference in the Procurement Processes, signed by the procurement officer, is hereby admitted in evidence and marked as LGC/MJ/BSAC/002.
As the commission, please, may I request respectfully the exhibit 002? Yes, so Mr. John, I will read the letter you wrote to the CEO. And this was on the 21st day of December 2021.
Okay.
And the subject is, yes?
I say okay.
The subject is interference in the procurement processes. You said, dear sir, I'm hereby informing you that there is too much interference in the procurement processes. Besides the fact, I want to express my dissatisfactory, or probably should be dissatisfaction to your office in order to find ways and means to address this situation. However, during the process of reviewing the procurement transactions, I found out that the procurement operations considering daily is huge and unrealistic. And also, procurement may be individualized for personal gains since there is lack of proper control. Meanwhile, accountability and transparency are not assured, and other related principles are stated in the GPP Act. Therefore, I want to inform you, according to the Act and regulation, all procurement functions of goods, works, and services, and any other procurement-related activities should be handled and conducted by the SPU. I count on your usual cooperation and understanding, and looking forward to hearing from your office. Well, I will commend you for this letter, but did this letter happen before or after the system audit?
This one?
Yes.
This one happened before the system audit.
And you gave the auditors this information?
Yes.
All right. Now, was there any reaction by the CEO
Yes.
or reply to this letter?
Yeah, what CEO told me is verbally, because he told me, okay, then Jauna, no problem, then I will speak to the finance department about it. So So there was a day we were having that briefing, so that was a time he highlighted to them that Jaune wrote a letter to me pertaining to the interference in the procurement process. So I think finance department, you have to stop this thing now and let everything go to the procurement unit, you understand? So that he told them verbally, you understand? But I wrote to him formally, but he also advised them verbally.
But as far as you're concerned, the interference was not only coming from the level of the finance director, but also at the level of the CEO.
CEO, yes.
So why I believe you could have been more clear to actually really inform the CEO that the interference is coming from his office and also that of the finance director.
Okay.
Now,
sorry, Council, can we be guided as to when, because I think he wrote the letter on the 21st of December.
Yes.
2021. And the system audit was when?
It covers 2021, but I will have to confirm the date itself.
It covers 1st January 2020 to 30th December 2022.
2022, yes.
Yes.
But I will have to find a date after when exactly they conducted the system audit.
Yes, because the system audit is dated the 11th of April.
The system audit was conducted by in Basere Council, I think October 2022.
So we will confirm that when we reconvene. Regarding the exact date, it was conducted in Basere Area Council. But then I know it covers from 2020 to 2022.
Yes.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson, for that. We will come back to that. Or do you have the date?
No. I just was trying to reconcile the dates.
Thank you.
That the date it was submitted, the final report was submitted on the 11th of April.
Yes.
2023.
That's correct.
What covers the period 1st January
2020
to 30th December 2022.
Thank you very much.
This one was 21st of December. The letter he wrote was 21st of December 2021.
Yes.
Now let me ask a question before you proceed. Looking at the records we have noted, Mr. Jaune, that all of these minutes were not only for the ones for the contracts in 2021, because some of these transactions went back to 2020. It indicated that most of the, if not all, of the minutes were done afterwards, and you were asked to participate in signing it. Is that the situation?
Yes, that is the situation.
Pardon?
I say that is the situation.
All right, thank you.
Yes. So, what can you tell us about the apartment of the Director of Finance? Because his apartment or house was being furnished from council's funds. Are you aware?
No, I am not aware.
But why is that? Because we have that will be on page 66 of the system audit, 28th of February 2021. There was a payment for the refurbishment of residence of Director of Finance. Are you aware of that?
No, I say I'm not aware.
How about the payment for air condition?
Payment for air condition for who?
The same. They were conducting the refurbishment or trying to furnish the residence of the Director of Finance.
No, I'm not aware.
At all?
At all.
Regarding all this procurement?
Yes.
Now, again, we have already spoken about the retrospective procurements that happen in Basel all the time. But there is a list of single source procurement amounting to $1,088,370. Now on page 70, Honorable Commissioners, when series of procurements were being conducted, let me see whether you took part in any way regarding or you have knowledge of this procurement. In 2021 December, you have the maintenance of vehicles, $112,000.
Maintenance of what?
Vehicles.
Okay.
2022, you have an amount of...
Sorry, can you kindly respond whether you knew and participated in the process, the procurement process for those services?
Yes, as far as you are highlighting it, that's how also I also saw it on the on this thing on the
No,
report.
for each one that he highlights, you indicate whether you participated in
Okay,
the process.
okay,
or
but
not.
because you say maintenance, sometimes this maintenance is done by the CEO. Normally, when he come to Combo with his vehicle, so they say they have a man here. For me, in fact, personal, I don't know him.
So any parts that are being bought, you wouldn't know.
For me, that's what they told me, that they take the vehicle to the man, so the man access it. So this is what they say. You understand what he say? So
They have a mechanic in Combo
Combo, yes.
who does all the services.
Who does all the service?
If they have to buy spare parts, they will. He will conduct the assessment and then they will purchase whatever they have to purchase.
Exactly.
So, but why wouldn't they not pass through your office then?
Yes, because this is what I say. Sometimes there are many interference in procurement in councils.
Okay, in March 2022, an amount of $99,770 was spent on stationery. Do you know about that?
For that of stationaries, because normally we do also have a stationaries from one lady called Next Level Stationaries.
Yes.
So, and then normally is that council, like I'm saying, they say we don't have money. So it's like we are taking it from her bit by bit. So when we have money, then we go and settle her, you understand? So it means she has that mutual understanding with Basse Area Council.
So, but are you involved as the procurement officer?
Most of the time in that in that aspect, for that of stationaries, I am involved.
How are you involved?
Huh?
What is the level of your involvement?
My level of involvement, that's what I say. Sometimes I've been involved that we don't have, our cartridge is finished, so we have to request for cartridge, or then we don't have money now, so find out from this lady so that we can able to have these cartridges.
What is the process of single sourcing? What do you understand when we say single source?
Yes, single source is a procurement that is within the threshold of, let's say, from $1 to $10,000. Oh, sorry, from $1 to $20,000. So meaning you can, buy this or purchase this item from one supplier, depend on the understanding.
But how do you identify the supplier?
Yes, because this is the only one guy that is dealing with the stationaries in Basse. So that's how I am able to identify her.
This what?
She is the only guy that is dealing with these stationaries in Basse, Next Level Station.
So what does the Act and the regulations say about single sourcing?
What does the Act say about the single source?
Yes.
Single source procurement, when it is within the threshold, the Act say you can buy it from one supplier. Yes, there are conditions also attached to it.
I want to hear the conditions. So you have done the training. You know, or you should know really what is required before you engage a particular supplier in the area of single sourcing. Is that not the case?
Okay, let me just see here. What is in the Act? What is in the Act about the single source? It says the single source procurement method may be used only in the following circumstances: where the estimate value of the procurement does not exceed the amount set in the regulation. That is number one.
Yes.
Number two is where only one supplier has the technical capacity or technical capability or capacity to fulfill the procurement requirement.
Yes.
Yes, or the exclusive right to manufacture the...
Please use the microphone.
Or the exclusive right to manufacture the good.
Yes.
Carry out the work or perform the service to be procured.
Yes.
And no suitable alternative exists. 3 say where there is an emergency need for the goods, works, consultant service or service involving an imminent threat to the physical safety of the population of damage to the property or in the case of other unforeseen urgent circumstances, not due to the dilatory conduct of the procuring organization and engaging in tendering proceeding or other procurement method, will therefore be impractically, and these say where the procuring organization having procured good, works, consultant service or services from a supplier determine that additional good work or services must be procured from the same sources for reason of standardization or because of the need for compatibility with existing good, equipment, technology, work or services taken into the account. The order says...
Is this how you read it when they come for these applications?
This is...
Whenever they come for an application or they want to purchase something through single source, you'll have to go back and read it word for word.
No.
Because it appears as if you don't even have a grip of what single source is.
Yeah. No, I say because I told you that when the amount is within the threshold.
But that's just one. That's common. Everyone knows that.
Yes.
But my point now is, how do you identify the supplier? How do you identify the supplier? How was this particular supplier identified?
This idea...
was he the only one who was supplying these things in Basse?
This is why I'm saying it's the only guy that is in Basse that is supplying these things.
Now, how do you know that?
Basse?
Yes.
Because normally I am in the market,
yes.
So I know who are dealing with these stationaries. No. You understand?
We are all in the market. Do you understand? All of us here, we go to the market every single day. We know what the prices are in the market. If I have to buy books, generally I know how much it costs. Rice, the same thing as well. I know how much a bag of rice costs. But you work for an institution. Is that not the case?
Yes.
So things must be documented. There must be proof and evidence. So now, were you conducting market reviews, market surveys?
Market review?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Do you have evidence of market review in 2020?
No, not formally.
You don't?
Yes, not formally.
You don't? Were you the one who identified the supplier?
This next level stationery. No,
yes.
before I became the procurement officer, they are dealing with this supplier.
Were purchase orders raised?
From to this supplier?
Yes.
This is what I'm saying. Most of the procurement, if let's say I am aware of it, so then I do. But if I am not aware of, then I...
You said you took part in this one. That's why I'm asking you.
Yes.
If you had said you never took part in this particular procurement, I would have bothered myself.
Normally, purchase order is being raised.
No. You said you took part in this particular procurement. Is that not what you said?
Yes, I say I know her, and I know that
That is why I am discussing. It appears as if you know for a fact that this particular procurement is your responsibility. You did this particular procurement.
Yes.
Exactly. That's why you are a bit uncomfortable.
Okay.
Yes. So, for this particular procurement, you did not follow any of the rules in relation to single sourcing.
No, this is what I'm saying. Like
no purchase orders raised. Is that not the case?
No, purchase order can be raised. Purchase orders can be raised.
Was it raised in this situation?
This is what I'm saying. This procurement in question doesn't mean that we buy all this stationery at once. Like that is amounted to this $90,000. So it's just like we do buy maybe let's say $500, $200.
Even if you buy $10 of public funds,
yes, there
are procedures for it. It is not the amount. I am not concerned about the amount. The amount may have accumulated to 99,000 or more or less. I am saying that you are committing public funds to knowing fully well that you are supposed to follow rules and regulations. It's not the case.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
So,
what I am saying also, it happened due to that we don't.
Did you follow any rule or any regulation in this particular procurement?
No, it's difficult to find the rules and the regulation based on why they say that there is no money. So it means like if you are taking it on credit base from a supplier and it accumulates, so it means if you are to pay her, so that's the amount that is going to be reflected.
What was the nature of the agreement on credit base? Was it verbal? Or was it written?
With this lady?
Yes.
With this lady, no, nothing was written. So
what does the procurement rules or regulations say about pre-financing?
Pre-financing, exactly, they discourage pre-financing. It should not happen.
It should not happen.
Yes, to the best of my knowledge, this is why normally we are told that pre-finance should not be, because it's difficult to account for it.
It's difficult to account for it.
Yes.
So there were no rules followed in relation to this particular procurement.
Yes.
Now, you have again in the year 2021, motorcycles were being procured. The amount is $48,000. What do you know about it?
21 motorcycles.
Yes, in June. Yes.
2021.
Yes.
The idea I know about this procurement, yes, is that of this one is I think was directed by the CEO and that of the then finance director Lamin Suso, because there is it's in agreement. They are the one who say like we don't have money, so they identify someone that can able to supply us with this on credit base. So immediately we have money, so we can pay. So it was just how I know it, you understand. So I saw it, the motorcycle like that also, but there was no due process that was being followed.
A Sharp TV or Sharp AC for office use was purchased at an amount of $92,500, and this was in 2021, in June.
Yes, this SAP AC you're talking about, I have an idea about it, because what happened was that I was in the office one day, and that was CEO and that of the finance director, including the chairman. They say we need these ACs in our chambers, because normally if you are to make this thing, if you are to rent this hall to the outsiders, they find it difficult to have their comfort. So that was the very day I was asked by the CEO and the chairman that director, I should go with director to Combo here, that they should buy this thing for Basse Area Council. You understand? So that's how I see it.
So you were just being carried along?
Yes, I was just carried along.
So for most of these procurements, all you have to do is just follow and sign documents and approve?
Yeah, for this one, it is how it happened. And for the other one also, like as I say, it's a directive. They say they are the boss, because mostly what they also say, they are the CEO normally say he is the accounting officer. You understand? And
what do you understand by that?
Yeah, he is the board controller of council. He is responsible for everything. So if you assign anybody to do anything, so it means that's your responsibility also as well to act.
That is how you understand your obligation as a procurement officer and being under the CEO. As far as you're concerned, when they draw that organogram, they put the CEO and they put you under. All he says, you do.
No, meaning, there are many.
Is that how you understand it?
Yes, that's how I understand, and also that's how they say different, because there are many obstacles that is surrounding us also in councils. You understand, as procurement unit, because normally, if our guys also they went there for these reviews, normally we do also lodge our complaints to them. They ask us. So, but when we say it, the same thing apply. You understand, because what they say is that all the procurement unit in various institutions, they are not free up to that, because normally they are always disturbing them. Most of the time, finance department, you understand, because they don't want this unit to be independent, you understand. And that of these people also, one virtue that they have over us is that they are our bosses, and number two, they are employed by the service commission, and they are redeployed there from the ministry. So meaning they have more responsibility and power over us. You understand? Certain things like that. If they ask you,
you are employed by?
I'm employed by council.
And the CEO is the boss.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
If you were employed by the local government service commission, then you'll feel you have more authority,
more value than those people.
Because then they would not be in a position to just sack you, perhaps.
Yes.
At will.
Yes. More if you are employed by the service commission and the ministry, so it means you are more recognized as how they see it,
and your job is more secure. And your job is more secure.
Their job.
Your job, if you are employed by the service commission, Your job is more secure. You will not be afraid of losing your job.
Exactly.
But if you're employed by the CEO and co,
yes, they can do anything to you to discourage you and to distress you as well. You understand?
okay?
Yes.
All right. I believe it is a very useful information that you are sharing with the commissioners. Let's now move. We'll come back to all of this. Again, there was furniture purchased from Ayub Furniture in December 2021 for the finance director's residence. The amount is $91,500. Were you aware of this?
This is what I'm saying. If let's say it's finance director resident, I'm not aware of it.
Yeah. Now, how about the payment of Dongfeng generator for finance director's residence as well?
No, I'm not aware of it.
Smart TV was purchased, 70-inch TV for council chambers. The amount is $130,000. The date is 2022.
How many
July.
How many $1,000?
$130,000.
Yes. So I think that one is in my testimony.
Okay.
Because if you go through my testimony, what I told them is that this.
You mean your statement?
Yes, exactly.
Can you refer us to your statement? Which paragraph? Do you see it?
No, I don't see it yet.
I don't think it's there. Is it there?
No, it is here.
But fine. Just tell us what you know about that.
Okay. What I know about this smart TV also is that, I was told by the then director of finance,
Who is that?
Lamin Suso.
Yes.
Lamin Suso. He told me that they have arranged this thing, that this smart TV should be purchased and so that it will be placed on the wall in the chambers, you understand? So they discussed that at their own level, he and CEO and that of the chairman. So they all, buy the idea.
Lyman Suso, Usman Ture,
And the
chairman, and
Fode Danjo.
Danjo, the
Yes,
chairman,
yes,
and
exactly.
Usman Ture, the CEO.
Yes, exactly. So they say that if they have this in the chambers, so it means it will be making life easy for many people that is coming to rent the hall, you understand? So the very day I was told that, then I also make sure that I communicate to CEO. Then immediately I communicate to CEO, then CEO travel. I call him. CEO told me that yes, he told me about this thing and informed me about this thing. So, but then try as much as you can also to make sure that you follow other things, you understand, as necessary. So that was the very day this man brought this smart TV before we closed, you understand? So I was called by the director that this man is here. But I told him that, director, anyway, it's just today I'm informed about this TV. He told me that yes, at our level we discussed about this thing, you understand? He and CEO and that of the chairman. So at
the time you have been informed by this TV, it was already on the way.
Exactly, that was the very day.
And before you realized it was already in the office.
Yes, exactly. That was the very day this thing was brought to the office.
Now,
so
yes.
Let me ask him. So you have stated in your evidence that for the procurement and delivery of certain goods, your understanding is very limited, and you gave example. You said fuel, cash power, and others. Did you see that? That is the second paragraph, the last line.
Second paragraph, okay, yes.
The last line.
Yes, I've seen.
Where you made example of some of the things that they transact on and you are not aware of it.
Okay.
Now, can you tell the Commission why some of these things that you highlight, which are goods or services that you need most of the time, why would they want to exclude you from using due process to make sure that these are provided for by the Council?
Yes, this was as a result of many things because, like I say in my previous testimony, that normally they always engage on these things. You understand? That is
engage on what?
On procuring of different things like fuel, cash power, and others. Like I have witnessed one guy testimony that of the, procuring of this cash power. That is called one agent called. There is one agent called what? Cash power. They do buy cash power from that agent.
Yes.
What is the name of the agent? Can you?
We will check. I will check the name. I know what you're talking about. Instead of buying it from Novec,
Exactly.
we just close. They buy it from that agent.
Exactly.
Just continue your answer. I will look at it.
So that agent, in fact, because normally if I am going through their transactions so that I am able to prepare my monthly report, I see a lot of transactions that did not pass through procurement and where no form is being attached, raised to it. You understand? I even raised this complaint to them that because this man or this agent that you are dealing or buying cash power from, I don't know this. You understand? So, and it's Ndaba normally, Ndaba Kurubali, and that of finance director and other people from within the finance, they do always engage on this thing. But at the end of the day, what I will see, the receipt, you understand? They will tell me that this is a receipt. So most of the time, because we are doing this emails, so I was told at one time also that all these transactions need to be entered, you understand? But I told them that, there are a lot of transactions that did not pass through my my unit. In fact, at that point in time, I do, have so many problems with Director of Finance because what he always say is that they cannot have their, report completed without these backlogs. So I told him that when the time without this backlog, without the entering the backlogs, you understand, so that they can have the comprehensive report. So it means. So, but I told them that this certain many procurement did not pass through my office, and I have no idea about it. So, but then, what I have seen, there are many interferences in council procurements. So that's what I know, council. Yes.
So would we be right to say that the procurement, as at the time the CEO and the Director of Finance were there, they were the ones responsible for procurement?
Many things they are the one responsible.
Yes, Council.
Yes. Any quick questions from the commissioners before I proceed?
Yes, I do. My question comes back to your participation in procuring all of these things. You said the single source procurement should be within the threshold.
Yes.
And the threshold is how much?
The threshold is within $1 to $20,000.
To $20,000.
Yes.
But we have seen the systems audit have highlighted single sourcing. Like in March 2021, rehabilitation of road, Noah Mane, 150,000 single source. So that did not come through your office?
No.
And you did not participate in it?
Road rehabilitation.
The single sourcing of this road rehabilitation.
At where?
It says, it did not say where it is, but it says it was given to Noah Mane. Single source. I'm just picking out.
Noah Mane, I knew, is the chief driver.
Noah Mane, a chief driver?
Yes.
Was given a single source project for 150,000.
Yeah, so I don't know how they are able to establish that one, but Noah Mane, I knew.
Noah Mane is a driver there?
Yes, he's a chief driver.
What about Suleiman Fati?
This Suleiman Fati was the one who delivered this smart TV.
He's the one who delivered the smart TV?
Exactly.
And no payment voucher was raised for that?
Because this is what I'm saying, like that was the very day I was told, and that was the very day these goods were received. So.
Okay, what about the purchase of from Ayuba, furniture for the chairman and finance director? Furniture.
Yeah, I was told by the this thing.
No, did you participate in
No, chairman of his furnishing, I'm not aware. I'm not aware.
So really, your what's your role?
Yeah, my role is what, if let's say council want me to say anything, I say. If they don't want me to say anything, I will not see it. Yeah, I will not see it. I do talk, but I say they say they have virtue over us. You understand? Because they are the people that are of us, and at the same time also they are the people who are employed by the Service Commission. So.
But your office requires that you have to see these things.
Yes, what happened is now
it's okay.
During the time of this, how do I call, commission and other thing, you understand, I able to learn that obviously what we are doing, you understand, we are taking things as granted. So it means it should not be in that way. You understand?
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Jaune, how is your interaction with the cashier, Mr. Ndaba Kurubali?
Ndaba Kurubali, my interaction with Ndaba Kurubali is not up to that, because normally, in fact, we do have many issues, you understand, because they are involving into procurement as much as they can, you understand. So it means it's like whenever I able to, address some of the issues, so he will tell me that, I'm assigned by the director and that of the CEO.
My reason for asking the question is that for whatever you need to procure, it should be informed by the fact that the budget has provided for it and there is money. So do you cross-check with him as the cashier to know whether this procurement that they want to do, they have money for it?
No, what I'm saying for Basse Area Council, what I knew about the budget is that I even once told them about it, that budget should be smart. You understand? It should be specific, and it should be measurable, and it should be also reliable, and also time-bound. And anything that is not in the budget should not be spent. But, as far as I say council is concerned, these people, anything they want to do it, they can do it without, to the best of my knowledge.
Now, Mr. Jaune, you were a collector before.
Yes.
You know this sort of revenue that you generate.
Yes,
Let me
for me.
just finish. Let me just
Okay,
finish. You were a collector, right?
Yes.
For how long did you serve as collector before I finally asked the question? How many years did you serve as a collector?
For me as a revenue collector, in fact, there is no GTR book that I have handled. You understand? So
no, I am asking you, answer the question. I am asking you, for how long did you serve?
I think 2016 to 2017, I was deployed to revenue collector. 2016.
2016
to 2017.
to 2017.
Yes.
So, how long did you serve as a revenue collector?
Maybe 1 year.
That is from which year to which year?
I have my appointment letters.
You said you were a data entry clerk. You started working at the council
2014.
2014 as a data entry clerk.
Yes.
Then
2014 to 2016. 2016 to
it
20.
seems you are not sure of the dates and you don't know what you were doing at any one point in time.
No, I mean, I say for that of 2014.
You were a data entry clerk.
I was a
2014.
data entry clerk.
Yes. When did your role as a data entry clerk stop?
2016.
2016.
Yes. 2016.
So 2017.
2016 to 2017, I was redeployed to revenue collector.
Yes. So which revenue lines were you collecting?
For me, there is no revenue line I was collecting. Because what happened was...
No, let me ask.
Okay.
What sort of data collection were you doing? Were you collecting license or rates? What were you collecting?
Yes, this is what I'm saying. I was redeployed as a revenue collector, but we collected this license.
What?
License.
License.
Yeah.
And in 2017, what was the estimated revenue that you were told you collectors of license should collect for Basa Area Council?
This is why I say for my case, that of like when
no,
the time.
If you recall, you tell.
No,
tell us. If you don't recall, you say, I cannot recall.
No, what I'm saying, for me, for my case, when the time I was redeployed to revenue collector, you understand, then Malafi was my boss, you understand.
Yes.
They did not give me any responsibility, you understand. Because what happened was that, I am just there like that, you understand. Anytime they are going to the field, you understand, that was the time they say, okay, then we go for the trekking, you understand. And from that trekking...
Okay, so when you go for trekking, but you used to receive allowance for trekking, right? And
no, for that time, for me, I don't used to receive any allowance.
But your seniors, they receive trekking allowance?
Anyway, yes, it's best no. Is that?
Yes.
Yes,
or no?
yes. Yes.
And how much do they receive trekking allowance?
No, I don't know.
Are you telling this commission the truth?
I don't know exactly how much they are because
you go with your boss, you don't know how much trekking
I don't
allowance?
know because what happened is that they asked me to go. Anybody, they are even Useno who appear here as a budget officer. Then that was the time when he's going for the canteen collection. They asked me, okay, that one director was there, Lena. He asked me, okay, John, you can go with this man. So it's like.
So when you go with these people, what do you do in the field?
For me, in fact, there was a day I was having an issue with more lamin.
No, what do you do?
For me, it's like I just follow them.
You just follow
Yes,
them?
I just follow them. They don't want to give.
You don't collect money?
They don't want to
you
give.
You don't print receipts?
They don't want to give me any responsibility at that material point in time.
So that is 2016 to 2017?
Since from 2014 up to 2017, they were not trying to comply to give me any responsibility. It's just that
so, Now let us get this correct. 2014, you were data entry clerk. Tell us what your role, what you actually do as a data entry clerk.
Yeah, because what happened then, there was a then CEO there that is called Pa Sise. I met Pa Sise there, so he was the one who appointed me. So the time he appointed me, the month I went there, that was the very month his transfer came, that he should be transferred. So he left me there with Malafi because he attached me to Malafi. But there was not sort of like data that was given to me, you understand? So it's just that I'll be there like that. So as far as I know, when they are going for the trekking, then they used to tell me, okay, then John, let's go together, you understand? So I go with them, you understand? But I was not given any responsibility. In fact, I was very much stressed that, I even not wanted to lead to me to anything because, I was not given any responsibility. So what he used to tell me is...
Mr. Jawne, you know what you are telling this commission is not true because you used to do transactions. Is that not correct? In various banks.
Various banks?
Yes, you used to do transactions, you used to deposit, you used to withdraw money in your name.
That was 2020. That was 2020.
It is not 2020. It is from 2018, Mr. Jawne. All right?
2018.
Yes, is that not correct?
For me, is that I was not given any GTR book.
Okay, let me just give you one example.
Okay.
For example, in 2019, you did some transactions, withdrawals. To be very specific. To be very specific, you did some withdrawals.
Okay.
Just to put it to you, what you are telling us is not true.
Okay.
In 2019, you withdrew the sum of 46,500 from GT Bank, from the council's GTB account. What was that for?
Yeah, they asked me.
They asked you?
They asked me to go and withdraw these things.
So then what you are telling us, they don't tell you anything.
No, they don't tell.
They don't give you responsibility.
They don't give me. They don't give me
They
responsibility.
give you responsibility because they tell you to go and they write these checks in your name.
For me, that's what I'm saying. I always see that they say, okay, Jone, come, we wrote this thing for you. Go, you withdraw this thing, and then I bring it.
How many bank accounts do the council have?
For me, I cannot tell.
You don't know the bank accounts?
I understand that.
So do you know the different banks that the council bank with?
Yes, I know the different.
List the banks that the council bank.
Eco Bank.
Tell us the banks that the council bank.
I say Eco Bank.
Yes, 1.
Trust Bank.
2.
Vista Bank.
3.
Yes, this lastly they say Supersonic.
And you've never transacted with Supersonic?
I made it.
No, you tell us straight.
Yes, straight. Yes, straight. Yes,
Did
straight
you
away.
transact with
Straight
Supersonic?
away, I did transactions.
With Supersonic?
Yes.
Yes. Which other bank?
Eco Bank.
You have listed EcoBank.
Yes.
There is a remaining bank.
Did I say Trust Bank?
You said Trust Bank.
Okay. Eco Bank.
Yes.
Vista Bank.
Yes.
Supersonic.
Yes.
These are the
there are
banks.
other banks remaining.
Maybe for that of Standard Chartered.
Yes.
Standard Chartered Bank.
And which other bank?
Reliance Financial Service.
And which other bank?
These are the banks I know in Basse.
You did not transact with Ajib Bank?
Okay, and Ajib Bank.
Is that all the banks you transacted with?
Ajib Bank is also part of it, yes.
Now, in all these banks, you have done transactions in them. Is that correct?
Could be.
I am asking you. You have done transactions in all these banks. Is that correct?
Okay, yes.
It's not okay. Is it yes or no?
No, because what I'm saying...
Have you done transaction in these banks? Because I have asked you to list me the banks that the council banks with. We have, whatever we ask you, we know.
Yes, I don't disagree, but
Yes,
what
so
I'm...
now, have you transacted on behalf of the council or on behalf of yourself with these banks that you have listed?
On
Is it
behalf,
yes?
on behalf of the council, yes.
Thank you. Yes, council, you may proceed.
Yes. So you have said that you do not take part in most of the procurement
Yes. Yes.
activities.
Yes.
But for the ones you have taken part as well, you don't follow the rules. It's either you sign these documents, the relevant documentations, after the procurement is being done, or there are no documentations at all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, for example, purchase orders. Do you know what they are?
Yes, I know purchase order.
Please tell us what these purchase orders are.
This purchase order, like in GPPA Act, the form is 103.
Yes.
That 103 serves as purchase order. So this purchase order is a document that you develop, you prepare, and then send it to the supplier. Meaning all the items that you require should be stipulated there, and the quantity also should be stipulated there. So, and then when you send this thing to the supplier, then the supplier will see to it that whether he or she has this or not. You understand? So it's just based on form of contract.
Contract between the supplier and the purchaser.
Procuring organization.
Yes. And normally it has to be signed as well by the supplier.
Exactly.
But in most of, in fact, in 90% or more of the cases that you have engaged in procurement, you don't have these purchase orders being signed by the suppliers.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And why is that?
Yeah, why is that? Because, like how the procurement is done in council.
But even for the ones you are involved in, that's my point.
No, what I mean, yes, what I mean, the procurement, to be honest, yes, it's not signed by the supplier. Yes, later, then we knew that it should be signed by the supplier. Yes.
No, but in 2021, you have already had a qualification.
Yes.
You already knew it has to be signed.
Yes, it should
But
be
still
signed.
now there was no signature being obtained from the suppliers.
Yes.
Why?
It's not signed. Maybe that's overlaps.
Were you also being immersed into the culture of doing procurement at will, anyhow, without regard to procedure at some point?
No, I don't think so.
So when you had the qualification, why did you not do the right thing then?
Yes, what happened was that this was an oversight.
No, it probably would be an oversight if it is on one occasion or twice, but it's a repeated act. In
Yes.
your office, at the procurement unit, if I asked you to give us or avail us with the required purchase orders being signed by the suppliers for the year under review 2020 up to date, would you be able to do that?
At least why I say that, later I knew that it should be signed by the
When was that?
the supplier.
When did you know?
During the time of the auditors, they came there.
The system audit?
Yes, system audit, because that was, in fact, not the purchase order of GPPA that they show it to me, is the purchase order of IMIS that they show it to me.
But they've already had the qualification at that time, a certificate
Yes.
in procurement.
Yes, what I'm saying, they show me that IMIS transaction, that is pertinent. IMIS also have purchase order. So at the back there, there should be a supplier signature there.
When you were doing your program, did you not know that you have to sign the purchase order? The supplier must sign it?
Yes, you should sign it.
So why are you not implementing that?
Yes, maybe that's oversight.
I would not accept as an oversight. I don't think that would be a very fair explanation as to why you don't do that.
Yes, so, another thing also, like, to be honest, how the procurement is conducted in council, you understand, it's not like it's from procurement unit, so that also...
It's not like what?
It's
Please
not conducted by the procurement unit. As a result, it also leads to so many lapses.
No, for the ones you conduct, I mean. You had said there were ones that you really took part in. Is that not correct? When I asked about the purchase of stationery,
Yes,
you said this one you yourself, you took part in it. Is that not correct?
yes.
Or do you want to change that story?
No, I don't want to change it.
Yes, but for these ones, do you have purchase orders being signed by the supplier?
No, it is not.
Well, why?
This is what I'm saying. That's overlaps. That's oversight.
But you were qualified at this point.
Yes.
This is 2022.
Yeah,
March.
that might be this thing human. So that's one I'm responsible.
But you don't have any purchase order signed during your entire period as the procuring officer in Basse Area Council. So how can we be sure that this particular procurement was an oversight?
Yes, this is what I'm saying. Council is an oversight.
All of them are oversight.
Like council suppliers should sign it. So
Yes, the ones that you have taken part in.
Yes.
How
so-
many can you recall that you have taken part in the council?
No, I cannot able to recall, but I know that this noun supplier should sign.
How about delivery notes? What do you know about delivery notes?
Delivery note is a document. It's exactly if, let's say, you have an agreement with the supplier.
Yes.
So the supplier tend to supply you with that goods, either work or service. So it means after delivering that particular good to the procuring organization, the supplier must also supply you with the delivery note.
So you must fill the forms 040.
040. 040. That's supplier performance or?
The same thing is a delivery note.
Yeah. Huh?
Yes. So basically, you don't adhere to these rules as well in Basse Area Council.
Delivery note should be prepared by the how do I call the supplier?
I know.
But, yes, but it is not. It is not. Yes.
Do you know why?
Whether I know why? No.
Yes.
It's just that their understanding to procurement also is another issue. You understand? So that also lead to so many of these things, because Basse Area Council, if, for example, you wanted to do a business with any supplier, the perception that they have with councils before is that council don't pay. You understand? Before even me, I become the procurement officer. You understand? So most of these suppliers, they find it difficult, in fact, to, even though you tell them that, okay, now we have changed, so, okay, you must have to prepare, you must have to get these documents in place, so they don't care because they don't want to, they are not ready to do business with council because that's the perception that they have.
Why do you think they have this perception?
Because normally, if for example, there are challenges sometimes, I do go to other suppliers, yes, I want this thing, or I develop a form that I want an invoice. No, they say that, no, for us, we cannot provide an invoice to you guys, you understand? So, we don't have invoice. So, but if you go deep to it, so you'll find out that maybe the perception that they have with council, so that's another thing.
Now, let me ask you just shortly regarding the issue of open tender. You said in 2020 there were no forms of tender done in Basse Area Council?
2020?
Yes.
Yes.
How about 2021?
2021, that's the procurement that we talk about.
Which one is that?
Construction of those roads.
Was that was not tendered? There was no tender for that?
Yeah, if that is not tender, you understand? So it means, so I don't think we have any other tender.
Yes, but do you agree with me?
Yes,
that
because
doesn't amount to tender, because the contracts were awarded prior to the process. We've already dealt with that.
I accept it. It was not due diligence, and it happened, and they told me.
It's not about due diligence.
Yes, it
has nothing to do with due diligence. You know, if you are saying you didn't take part in it, that's fair enough. You have already said that. So the finance director and the CEO will come and will also ask them questions. What I'm saying is, you cannot classify that as an open tender.
Yes, then it was. Yes, it was not tender.
So for the contractors to come and say that they had taken part in a tender form or in a bid process, that would not be correct.
Because for them, at their own level, they see it in that way because they develop the bid document, like as I told you, you understand? Yes. And the suppliers also, they participate, you understand?
Yes.
And bid opening day was also open to the public, you understand?
Yes.
But then how it should be, you understand? To get the prior approval before the commencement of the contract, that wasn't done. Yes, I accept it.
That's what I'm saying. These awards were already done. Everything is done at their level.
Yes.
They will give the contract to whoever they want to give the contract to, and after they will ratify, or they will seek to ratify the process.
Exactly.
Now, how about 2022? Do you know of any bidding that took place or open tender that was being advertised?
No, this 2022, one thing that I knew is that of like, they say the construction of the market for the women vendors in Basse.
Yes.
That's amount to $2 million. Yes. You understand? So in fact, also in that, also I was told by the same people, CEO, and that of the chairman, you understand, that they are expecting the subvention from the central government, you understand? And this subvention, they are tied to this project, you understand? Yes. Yaya, as the planner and engineer, should work on the BOQ, you understand? That BOQ, bill of quantity, that when he developed that one, so for me, let me prepare the necessary documentation so that we seek approval from GPPA. So, but that was not a tender, that was RFQ. But the threshold for it is more than the RFQ, because it's amount to $2 million.
So no open tender for 2020, 2021, and 2022.
Exactly.
Commissioner Silla, it appears as if you want to ask a question. Do you? No?
Yes, I'm just trying to compile the amount of withdrawals that he made. Mr. Jaune.
Yes.
You have made a lot of withdrawals.
Exactly.
And what can you tell us about this? What What can you tell us about these withdrawals? Why were they making withdrawals in your name? Already I have over 90, based on what I'm counting. I'm not yet ready. What happened to these withdrawals? What was happening? You go, you withdraw cash. What do you do with the money?
Yes, this cash I withdraw that I made. I furnished the investigators about it because it's the then CEO and the finance director who called me, John, okay, then have this check, you go and they withdraw this and then I bring the money to them.
The then CEO and the finance director?
Usman Toure and Babukar Kande.
Okay. That is what year to what year?
Huh?
What is the years that, which year are you referring to?
He was referring to me like there are withdrawals that I made.
Yes, but you know, during the time of Mr. Toure and Mr. Kante, how much you withdrew?
It's 1,367,254.
Total.
Huh?
Total. Is it over the period or just one particular year?
This is what I was shown. If you go through the system audit, so this is what I've seen them. You know, they say I have withdrawn this amount. So, but this amount also, because during the time the investigators, police investigators, they went there, the same evidence that I gave it to them is that is the then CEO and that of the director who asked me, John, okay, come, you have this
Please
check.
refer to the correct names.
Usman Toure, Babukar Kande. So they are the people who asked me to come down. Okay, they write the check in my name, I go and withdraw. So if I go and I withdraw, then I bring the money to them, you understand? Because for them they say it's for the various payment, you understand? So this is what I've said. And also in my testimony, I told them that categorically clear that some of this money, you know, is also given to me by the director, but with the knowledge of both CEO and the director, but is for the payment. Then I take the money to those suppliers on his behalf. But normally they are the people who send me to go and then withdraw this money.
And how much do you normally take to the supplier? And how much do you normally give to them in cash?
No. The time I saw this withdrawal, in fact,
I am talking about reality of what has transpired then. So, for some of these incidences, what can you recall?
Can you repeat it again, please? I
said, for example, let me give you an example. In September, 16th of September 2020, you withdrew the sum of 1.2 million from Trust Bank.
Okay.
1.2 million.
Okay.
From Trust Bank. Right?
Okay. Okay, so
16th of September 2020.
Yes, so
when you withdrew this cash, what did you do with it?
I bring the money to them. How
much did they tell you to go and pay a contract?
No, for that one, I'm not aware of any amount that was given to me to go and then give it to any.
So you just brought the money and gave to them?
Yes.
Who did you give the money to?
I gave it to the then finance director.
Who?
Babukar Kande. But both with the knowledge of.
Yes, so these smaller amounts like 40,000. This was, for example, if we could go up in 2019, 28th March, you withdrew 40,000. Who did you give this money to?
Then finance director.
And consistently, you have been withdrawing from the Trust Bank account monies, the highest amount being 1.2 million. And you cannot tell us why you were withdrawing this money. They just give you instruction and write the check in your name, and you go and withdraw, come and give them the money.
Yes.
How much were they giving you when you withdraw amounts like 50,000, 60,000, 30,000?
No amount was given to Miss Ma. They told me that Jauna come and then they write check on my behalf, in my name, but then I did not know the financial implication that we are talking about today, to be honest.
Okay, Mr. Hasila, you can continue.
Let's continue. Remember, in your testimony with the, are you listening?
Yes.
With the council, you said that you were sidelined. You had no responsibility. You remember?
With Ma or with council?
No, with council.
With me too.
With
I
Ma
asked you
too.
a question, yes.
You said that you were sidelined. You had no responsibility.
Yes, when she was, yes.
Wait. But now we've seen that you've got responsibilities because you are withdrawing monies, huge sums of monies, and taking it to the CEO and the Director of Finance. How do you reconcile the two?
This is why I'm saying like then I do not know these financial implications because then I don't do any transaction for Basse Area Council.
No, you are not answering. What I'm saying is,
yes.
You said you are not given responsibility. You just followed people. That was what you said.
Exactly.
Now we have seen that you made a lot of withdrawals from the banks, a lot of withdrawals from the various banks. Not so.
Yes.
So how do you reconcile saying that I was sidelined, but at the same time you were withdrawing money? So you had a special assignment that is to withdraw money. Not so.
Anyway, me, I don't see it as that is like that is a special responsibility because they just write my name in the check and then told me, John, go you withdraw this. When I withdraw, then I bring
was
the money.
Anywhere in your letter of appointment written that your job is to go and withdraw money?
No, it's not there.
Why did you go and kept on withdrawing money?
This is why, Commissioner, I'm saying I don't know then financial implication of this thing because I was then there. They just send me, go you withdraw this thing, then I come and then I give it to them. But then I don't know the financial implication. To be honest with you, I don't know.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Now, before I hand you over to Council, in 2020, you will see that on the 28th of January 2020, you withdrew the sum of 39,000, and on the same 1st of January 2020, that is 28th of January 2020, you withdrew another $10,000. And consistently, this is the sort of transaction you do. So you go to, like for example, on the 14th of November 2020, you withdrew the sum of 3,900. The same 14, you withdrew 30,000. So in 2 days, you can go to the bank, the same bank, present 2-3 checks. You understand? But they will be different. Why is it that if this been sent, you are sent to go and withdraw this money, why would they not give you one check to withdraw? But the same day, you will have 3 different checks that you will be given to go and withdraw to the bank. Can you explain to us?
Yes, ma'am. This is why I'm saying, this is what I can say because maybe that is their level of understanding accounting is not up to that. So,
no, this is not the level of understanding. The same day, for example, I gave you an example of January 20th, 2020. You were given a check of 39,000. The same 28th of January 2020, you were given another check of 10,000.
Yeah,
like in that same day, you withdrew 2 checks.
Yes, to be honest, ma, then I don't know the financial implication. They are the one who sent me to go and they withdraw this thing. So I don't know. So I just see to read that, when this audit report comes, this is how I also found it. But I don't expect it like that way because then I don't know this financial implication. They are the one who sent me, and I think board CEO and that of the director must be on the picture to understand that while this money is for. But they are the one who sent me.
Yeah.
Mr. Javani.
Yes.
Now, when you hand over these monies to the CEO and the Director of Finance, have you seen vendors going there to collect their money?
Whether I see?
The vendors.
No, if for example, CEO and that of director, they told me, okay, Jone, we're going to write a check to go and then withdraw. If they did that one, so if I withdrew it, then I came and then bring it and then give it to the finance director because they are the one who sent me. You understand?
No, what I'm saying is, do you see vendors coming to collect their monies?
Yes, sometimes I do see.
You do see them?
Yes, sometimes.
All right, thank
But
you.
you told this commission that you normally have a problem to do business with the vendors because they say that you people don't pay. So why should you have problem in dealing with the vendors?
Yeah, because this is what council, they say they don't have money.
No,
And
but you told us in evidence that you people have problem in dealing with the vendors because even when you go to get quotations, they refuse to give you quotations because if you go deep down, you find out that it's your evidence that they say you don't pay them when you do business with them. Is that not what you told the commission?
yes, so.
And then you have now been asked a question. When you go to withdraw this money and hand it over to the CEO and the finance director, whether you see people coming to collect this money, you said yes, sometimes.
Yes.
So now my question is, why are they complaining that you don't pay them since you go and withdraw the money instead of paying them direct, giving them their cash, their checks to go and withdraw for themselves? You go and withdraw and give to the finance director or the CEO for them to be distributing payment. So why should you have problem with the vendors when you are paying?
Yeah, I think that's the culture or norms that I found it in council because what
So
they
is
say.
that correct?
That is not correct. That is not correct. Even like, if you are to give a check to a vendor, by right, the vendor name should be there. But what they say basically is that because if they give a check to some of these supplier in fact they reject it because they say, okay, most of the time if we go to your account, there will be no phone in your account. So as far as that another thing is concerned, I think that also lead them to order of these things.
To do what?
To maybe do this cash transaction.
To do this cash transaction. But they have given you a check. What I don't understand is they have given you, the CEO and the finance director have given you a check to go and withdraw. Because they gave you check because there is money for you to go and withdraw. Is that not correct?
Yes.
And the evidence that we have is that you have made huge withdrawals from all these accounts.
Yes.
So, which means by the time they give you that check, there is money in the account.
Yes, at my own level.
Wait.
Yes.
The time they give you any check to go to the bank,
Okay.
which is evidence before us,
Okay.
there is money in the account. Is that not so?
Sure.
Have you ever gone to the bank and they say there is no money?
For me, no.
So why would they not write the check in the name of the vendor to go and collect his money?
Exactly. So this is what I'm saying because that's what I was told. That is what I was told, is that, anytime they want to give a check to other people, they say no to it. You understand? Because they say that if council give them a check, when they go there, the check is bounced always.
But you know that is not true.
At my level, yes, I see to it that is not true.
Yes, Madam Sanya.
Mr. Jaune,
Yes.
do you have any job satisfaction working at the council?
No, I did not.
You don't have
Yes.
any job satisfaction. So what are you doing there?
Yes, because I'm also planning so that at least, if things don't change, then I can see other ways to see, to do other ways to do. But the way and manner I have seen it in council, it's not easy, to be honest. Much more to be in the procurement unit in council because you have seen so many interferences, to be honest.
Looking at your statement,
Yes.
you have a diploma, an advanced diploma in banking,
Yes.
and a diploma in ABE.
Yes.
So I think you could have been more useful in other institutions
Yes.
than being used as a boy to go and collect monies for the CEO and the finance director. Don't you think so?
Certainly.
Thank you.
Mr. Jaune,
Yes.
you said you started at the council in 2014
Yes.
as a revenue collector, as a data entry clerk.
Yes.
And then you moved on to become a collector
Yes.
And then in 2018, you were redeployed
Yes.
as
Procurement.
a procurement clerk
Yes.
or officer.
Yes.
And when you were redeployed, you were not giving any terms of reference.
Exactly.
You were just asked to go and take care of the procurement unit.
Yes.
What is your present grade?
What is my
Present grade?
my present grade?
Yeah.
Is 7.3.
7.3.
Yes.
7.3. And you said you were appointed by the Birkama Area Council.
Basse Area Council.
Basse Area Council.
Yes.
Are you aware of the work of the Local Government Service Commission?
Whether I am aware of the
Work of the Local Government Service Commission. Do you know the TOR of the Local Government Service Commission?
TOR,
Yeah.
term of reference,
Yeah,
in local government?
of the Local Government Service Commission.
No, because some of these documents are not given to us.
Earlier on in your testimony, you have said that the top the top officers, the senior officers, like the CEO, finance directors, and others, were appointed by the Local Government Service Commission.
Yes.
And do you know that your position as a procurement officer is beyond, the mandate of the Basse Area Council to appoint you? Anything below grade 4, Basse Area Council can employ, but anything above grade 4, it is the responsibility of the Local Government Service Commission, and it should be advertised, and then qualified people appointed, not by the council, but by the Local Government Service Commission. Could it be that the local government, the Basse Area Council, knows that they don't have the mandate, and that is why they are treating you the way they are doing?
Yes, what you are saying about maybe, let's say, the grading system, what I understand from your this thing is that before I get that 7.3, I was appointed first by the then CEO, that is Pasise, but he appointed me in grade 2.
No, what I'm saying is that the position that you are presently occupying,
Okay.
you should not occupy that position.
Okay, no problem.
Based on the Local Government
No,
Service
no,
Commission.
no problem.
And the Basse Area Council has no authority to appoint you on that position.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, that was what I just wanted to shed light on.
Okay,
I
no
just
problem.
wanted to know whether you are aware.
Okay, no problem. I'm not aware.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe it is a convenient point, Council, to stop here and break for prayers.
As a commission, please.
We may rise.
The future is now. With QCell's 5G network, experience speeds like never before with our new 5G Rocket Fix internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled devices. Walk into QCell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with QCell. QCell brings you the future. Tech, innovation, incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyapus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
You asked for it, and QCell is giving it to you with our new and improved Sunyu Bundle Mega Promo. Now you can get more data at cheaper prices. Buy any of our bundle packages and enjoy massive discounts. Dial *303# and enjoy browsing on the network with the biggest coverage. Buy a 20 megabytes data bundle for as low as $7 and 50 bottles today, or purchase bigger bundles up to 20 gigabytes. Yes, that's right, 20 gigabytes of data at your fingertips. With our mega promo bundles, you can browse more, chat longer, and stay connected on the go, anytime, anywhere. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, we innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
kere kondondiro mba futandila altol menu kanjube QTV television bundala anil lamor lalu Q radio la fannala kada fo menu kan noma jamal la bambanda ba fannala karola memu social media sina kibarol futandal ma maninka kanto ngamen sotale bi lungola nyin tembe kibaro kongolto President Adama Barrow tenel lungola wala fanan tambira jomboro nyaato mialon ko lebe denne ni nata project bulo la fannala SOS la karola pour ka sembentu yandro ni nata dinno fondinke wala fanna nyinna me yalon ko inata ka ngay bo sotondi dolu fotel alfa la dolu beje alfa topotore fanna onata ka tara ila ngay bo la fanna la karol kidimandir simfanya bulo mi yalon ko lebe denni duniya e lungmenta ka kere ni nata molo ila jamanyin kono kufuka fola kuran la fanna nyinna karola MRC Gambia banko la fanna la enata nan kalonyin na kidimandro ta ka sotondi menna katara dendi sere kunda la police station la kunda nyinna karola da mento yalon ko ye molu nyala bulandi ni nata fantanka simfanya bulo la anen kuolu membe dending ni nata kufuka fola kuran la fanna la enata nan fanan purunyin kama kamodolu la alhalolu kiskisi membe dending kuran nyinna kotofelero la karol musolu nin kewlu mennu be safaro la tamandir fanna la karola mo keme fula mo tallul wollel fananu nata nan ka datiro ta kake nikin dola fanna la miyalon ko wole be dending ni nata safaro ala tamandir fanna londo ala tunkun kumal nyin na karola anu anara ke simfanya bulolti njay cara ala marché tamandir fanna bulo nyin wollelu nata katara ko nyin koma ni nata sotondiro ni kindro la fanna sapo fulanya la karola menu yalon ko be la wala da soto kan ni nata sera kundala karamundu malan ko la fanna badingulu nyin kibar ko tan walbe wala sodla bi lu wala na man ka kan kibarol alnal badi malen lamin alay fandin dabo President Adama Barrow wala fanan tenel lu wala anata ka nyaton kayandro ta kake jomboro la fannala membe dannim project bulo la karola SOS ila kunda nyin na fannala men ahameta nyin kamala dinnolu anim fonnin ke wala sembentu yandro la fanna men sina katara dennin do ko soto la silo la wala la fanna nyin na karola itel men yalon ko inata nan kafo ni nata ila alfa la karola waranto men yalon ko inata ka ngay bo sotondi ni nata alfa to potoro la fanna nyin na karola wala soto balya nyin itella fanna nyin nimdon amu benneti mi yalon ko de anata nan pour nyin kamala kake sedaro la fanna nyinti jomboro SOS Gambia ila fere landrin tamandir fanna sanji lulu nala la karol President Adam Barrow anata nan pour nyin kamma kanyaton kayandro ta kake balu wala falendir project simfanya bulo la fanna la men hameta ni nata dinno lim fonnin ke wala fanna nyin na karola Gambia banko kanjang fonnin ke wala do ko soto balya atabe denning ngatawlu anim fanan kola ko wala fannalla men yalon ko be denning ni nata banku jamala karola ni nata dunia la fannala anu Gambia be banko lel kono SOS dinno la kundal la fannala itol ni la kuke nyo balu inara kata kuol ke kanne pour nyin kamala nyo bor nyo asina ka sotono nyamen membe danni ni nata o do ko soto balyanyin ala ngay bo la fanna nyin na karol ni nata ka jube simfanya bulo membe danni la dunia kata kuol la fannala SOS ila kundal nyin na karola inata nan pour nyin kamala ka kere simfanya bulo sotondi mi alon ko wolem sembentu yandro la fannati ni nata ni dinni wala karola menu yalon ko fonnin ke wala muti ni nata ngay bol la fanna be larim menu la karola ni nata ka projet ko sotondi mi yalon ko wala be dennim pour ka lanken mari tan dro ke kode fonnin ke wala sa kenol ni nata projet ko la tamandir fannala membo ko nyi sifa SOS itolu ila kundal nyin yameta inna kama pour kana kala farota kake mi yalon ko wala be dennim ila kata ko wala fanna nyinna pour dinni wala nyin ila balu nya la kenya sina ka betano nyame men ya lon ko be tolu ila topotoro la fanna nyinna karol isaje ko wol sinana ka lon kan tamandir fannal soton ni membe kala irwa danna siron la fannala na tolla ko wol nyinna timmandro la karol anin kananan ka talaro ta ka soton ni mi ya lon ko wala be denni fonnin ko wala do ko soto bal ya la fannal dunia la karola ni nata kajube dinni wala fannala kabo killing ni nata tango tanna karola anim fanan fonnin ke wala fannala ya foko de wol mum wollet men yalon koy farasita ila dimba la karola le dolu beje inata nan pour ka ke molti men yalon ko nyaka sinno kete la karola dolu beje wolu nata ka ke molti men yalon ko dabo te la kuolu tole ni nata kabo ila dimba la fannal President Adama Barrow atenata nan kalamani androta kake ala mansa kundala lon kan tamandir fannala mi alon ko wole be dandi ni nata ka sembentu androta kake fonnin ko sakeno nyim project sembentu yandir bulola fannal ate President Adama Barrow nata ka killota kake fanye tamandir kundala karola purisina kalon kan simfanya bulol ta ka tamandi itel fanan na kude wala fannala mensina ka kenyim project wala tamandir nya ala hala saar wala sotondir wala fannal ate President Adama Barrow tentenda kaitan doke ko ni nata ka juwe nyim fere landirim fannade aminala nan ka bambandroke ni nata nin do ko soto la ko wala fannala mem yalon anim mece ko la sembentu yandrol bitala nyola ate President Adama Barrow akodo womina kala faro ke bake kata ko wala fannala pour fonnin kewlo ila har jawol la fanna nyinna do ko soto la ko wala karola men sike tentendir fendi molla jamala fannal ate President Adama Barrow tendenda kaitan doke ko nyim projet ko mina ka sembentu ando ta ka sotonni konto membe siala fonnin kewlu ni nata mo kemelu la fanna nyinna karola anun aminala nan ke mari nyolu mako e bake ni nata nin mechol la soto tamandir fanna ala hala sar wala fanna nyinna mi alon ko amina ka sotondi sanji lulu na la fanna nyinna banko dinkral to taring Umar Sohna ate nara kake misalo do kilinnati mi yalon ko de ate mu nyontango doldi ate Umar mu molti mi yalon ko abe kurfolol kono SOS la fannala inata nan kamennu ta ke sotondino ni nata nin ila kunda nyinna karola dinol menu tarte bulu 1982 la fanna nyinna anun ate nara kake modi mi yalon ko 2001 anata ka fan sotondino pour nyin kamala ka sawun afongola tara tamandir fanna ko la topotoro nyinna karol Umar de atenata ka 50 ke ko ni nata ka jube nyen sibo male tartate la karola men nata ka tonya ya ni nata bilu la karola ako ay dillu leta ka soto anim fanan dillu kotem bije men yalon ko wo dinnolu ate be wolta kan ne pour que topoto ka kela alfati ate Umar ko amu molti mi afansun doku mete tamandir dinkra soto